Hello and welcome to the second release of 2023. In this release we will present some of the highlighted features of this release. As this will only be the highlights, I would again like to advertise for our help center where all the new features are described in the release notes. First, we have a new feature for locations. With 2023.2 we added the possibility to add custom maps to your projects. These maps will now be available from your mobile device. So simply click into the map on the mobile, find the layer button in the top right corner, and from here choose which map layer you would like to see. From here you can pan around and of course utilize the features of this specific map on your mobile device.
One of the things we changed for this release is the UI on our comments. Note that this will be rolled out slowly for all projects, but will not be available from the day of the release. But this is how it will look when we release it for your project. You can see that we changed all of these. We put small avatars on these who is writing a message. You can change your status up here. More intuitive and directly. If you want to write a message on one of your comments, you can do it right here and attach documents or files up here. One of the small things we also changed is that if you want to look at your markup, you can zoom to the markup up here. So you can just click on it, it jumps directly to the markup, and it also highlights it if you mouse over it. You can link to other comments or copy link them. So in general, the UI have just changed and become more intuitive and user-friendly.
Next, we have some new features for Dalux Field. First new field feature is for SiteWalk, where it will now be possible to jump from one SiteWalk to another using a calendar view in the mobile app. First, click into a SiteWalk and then pan around to see what you want to look at. Click at the calendar in the bottom left corner, choose a date, and then select date in the bottom right. Now you will see another SiteWalk captured on another date, which makes it possible to compare the two different SiteWalks together and see any potential changes made during that time. Next mobile improvement is the possibility to highlight rooms in 2D. Simply click into a floor plan, choose the task filter in the top, and here click into room. From there, you have to choose if you want to select one or multiple, and then if you select multiple, choose the rooms. Once you've chosen all the rooms, click on OK, and again OK to get out of the filter. And now you will see the specific rooms highlighted in green, which makes it easier to allocate where they are in your drawing. Another new mobile feature is the possibility to link existing tasks together in the mobile app. So when looking at a task, click on the three dots in the top right corner, choose Link to Existing Tasks, and from here find a task you would like to link to the task you looked at. Now the task will be linked together and you can see it from associated tasks in the top. Next feature was released with 23.1 for web, but will now also be available on mobile. This is that if you raise a task from a checklist, the name of the checklist field will automatically be added as a subject to the task. Click on the three dots to raise a task, choose Add Task, and then choose which task type you would like to use. Now you will see that the subject is automatically transferred into the new task. Of course, the subject can be edited before you send the task, but it should make it easier to raise tasks from the checklist. More or less the same feature have been added to our inspection plans in the mobile. So when raising a task from an inspection plan, the subject of the inspection item will automatically be transferred to the subject of the task. Next feature is that you can now duplicate checklists with hold points on both mobile and web. On mobile, you do this by clicking on the three dots and then choosing duplicate checklist, where all the data in the first hold point will then be duplicated. On web, you will have to open up a checklist with hold points and then click on more and then duplicate checklist. We will only duplicate data from the first hold point, as the person who duplicates the checklist most likely don't have the permissions to edit the next hold point of the checklist. The last feature for this release is also a mobile feature, where it will now be possible to return a hold point checklist more than one step. So when you are in a checklist with hold points, click on the return button. From here, choose which hold point you want to return it to, and choose from that you have the permissions to return to. These were all the highlighted new features and improvements for 23.2. Please have a look in our help center, where you can see a description of all the new features and improvements. Thank you for watching.